If you're going to start sewing, the most important thing you got to have is needle and thread. Now that'll work, but you get kind of tired, so we like to think that you need a good quality machine in good working order. Anyway, can y'all hear me? There we go. Okay. Now, usually when people buy machines, they start with the big box store, and you bring home something like this. Well, these are made with plastic gears, and when they break, they're unfixable. If you lose parts off of them, or you can't buy feed for them, so these usually run anywhere from $35 to $69.95. So if you blow this, I suggest getting kind of wild and step it up to the $99 one. A lot of people get a machine this way. Grandma's machine. My aunt still has my grandma's machine. But even if you're there's nothing wrong with this machine, but you need to get them fixed and checked mechanically. And my personal favorite, the yard sale or the thrift store. And now if you're going to do this, make sure that they plug it in and make sure that there's not parts missing and that it works. I have so many people pick something up from the thrift store or yard sale, half the stuff's gone. I'm talking internal parts are missing. And they've spent $35 on this jewel of a yard sale find, and it doesn't work. So at some point when you go this route, you're going to end up with this guy. At some point, you're going to get to see this guy. Now, if you buy off Craigslist, eBay, on the computer, make sure, especially if you buy a discontinued model, make sure you get it into the mechanic, because sometimes those models you see on the internet have been in a box for 4 years. Very important. I don't care if the girl sends you the receipt on eBay, you're your best friend, and she swears up and down she got it serviced. Get it into the mechanic and get a second opinion. That's very, very important. We see a lot. I only see the nightmares. I don't see the rainbow and the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow stories, but we just see what comes across the workbench. So I own the Stitching Post, and we have 3 locations, and that means you don't have to drive 30 minutes I have people who drive across state lines to come see us, and we're very touched that those people honor us. But this is the original West store. This one my father started in 1979. It was originally Sandy Sewing Center. Like many couples in the 70s, they got a divorce. And so I was having to rake leaves at 14 and 42. So I came to work for my dad in 1999. I was just going to make fair samples. We bought this from my dad 3 years ago, and we have 3 locations. So God has a sense of humor. At 14, I was never going to sew. I was never going to work for my parents, and I was never going to work with any store that had to do with sewing. So that's my testament there. And this is the north location. Everybody loves this. It's up in far north Oklahoma City. They don't have to drive in so deeply into the city to come visit us. And it's our largest and our newest and nicest location. We started this one in 2011. And this is our Moore location. We've been there since 2007. I started this baby. It was my idea. And I started it for the ladies in southern Oklahoma so that they had something a little bit closer to get to without having to come all the way to Oklahoma City. Now, we carry Handy Quilter. We've been a Handy Quilter dealer for 2001. That's long arms. We're a Juki dealer. We also carry the Juki sit down. And long arms, we sell industrial machines. We also carry the Janome brand, Elda, Necky, and those are all owned by Janome. Our biggest brand that we're known for, that everybody comes to hunt us down for, is our Brother. And then we also carry Janome, a well-established, it is the world's largest manufacturer of sewing machines. So those are our brands that we carry. So no matter what you want in a sewing machine or what kind of sewing you want to do, we've got the machine for you. And the cool thing is you get a year to 2 years free service without having to pay for an extended, we don't get our Best Buy on and try to sell you an extended warranty. You are allowed to purchase those when you can if you want to, but we're not trying to gimmick sell you. We believe in our product and we believe in our customers, so that's real important to me. So the number one thing is you get your sewing machine, you've got to have a comfortable workspace to put it in. Number one complaint from any roommate I ever had is, do we have to leave the sewing machine on the dining room table? And I would threaten them with their life if they touched my sewing machine or anything on the dining room table related to sewing. I'm sure a lot of you ladies are there with me. My personal favorite is the countertop in the kitchen. It's just so wonderful for embroidery machines. And so you need a good comfortable space like my little lady here. But we sell Arrow cabinets. Now, we carry unique woodenware. We can get you just about any type of cabinet, but really Arrow is our most affordable cabinet out there because a lot of them have to do with particle board and the type of hardware that you have on them. But if you want something made designed for sewing, because here's what happens when you go get the $69.95 table there at Sam's. I'm guilty, I've done that too. When you put these big heavy duty machines on, there's a whole lot of shaking going on. And that's not fun if you're an embroiderer or you're a quilter. You need something solid to put your machine on. You know, old office tables work great, but you're not typing, you're sewing. You need to be at a 90-degree angle, especially when you're quilting. That's real important. So being concerned about your back and your arms, because sewing is a repetitive motion, so it's really important that you really think about keeping your arms at a 90-degree angle because you don't want to stress out your upper back. So that's really important. So one thing I've been teaching sewing since '99, and I've sewed on and off. I used to be the sewing machine manager at Cloth World back in the day, which meant that I got to order the serger thread. So, but from all the things that I've learned from teaching sewing is learning to sew can be a sitcom or a serious drama depending on your attitude. So with women, we have a tendency, if we have a bad bonding moment with the washing machine, the dishwasher, the stove, you gentlemen will know this, we need a new one. It's got to go. But you know, when you buy one of these machines, it's a very permanent decision. And sometimes payments are involved. So learning to rebond with your machine and learn that it only does what you tell it. So we work very hard. And one of the biggest things is smooth flow in from the top and smooth flow from the bottom. You interrupt those in any way. You don't wind your bobbin right. You don't put your bobbin in right. You have your thread catches around something coming off the spool stand. You can have some fun. You can cause your machine to get out of time. You can cause the nest. All it takes is one distraction. My funniest story is this lady came in and she was swearing up and down that her thread was not winding around her flywheel. And we kept sending home packages of the stuff that we were pulling off the flywheel. Anyway, she chewed me from one end to the other and called me back 30 minutes later crying because she realized the ceiling fan was blowing her thread over from the spool stand. So she'd been bringing this machine in for 3 weeks. So once we figured out when you go in the sewing room, turn off the ceiling fan, life was good for her. When she came to class and life was happy. So my favorite thing, so you can see here, this little group of ladies they learned to make caps on their home embroidery machine. I taught them a technique to do flat caps and we all put them on and smiled. And this is up at the Britton store and the ladies are cutting out on a quilting dough. And we also teach private lessons. This was a little girl next door that cut my hair and one of my customers, and they were so sweet and posed for me for web pictures. The classes are the way to go. We are so blessed to be in this generation of YouTube. Everybody's so excited and filming stuff and putting it on YouTube. You can learn how to make waffles or how to make Jell-O cheesecake molds at 3 o'clock in the morning. I won't explain that story, but anyway. You can do just about anything wrong, but sewing is very, very visual. You can watch videos, but until you watch somebody do it in a three-dimensional form, or some people are hands-on. They have to do it, and they have the instructor to help them as they go. That's the only way it imprints in our little brains. Now this is our website, and it's sewbargain.com, because everybody goes, where do I find your classes? Well, if you go up here under clubs and classes, you'll find a calendar. If you notice the Sip and Sew Tea Party, that's a big event we're having, and after we're going to draw for one prize, and then and we'll show you another little video presentation on some of the things, because how many of you work 40 hours a week, raise the grandkids? I mean, you cannot get in there. I can give you lifetime lessons, and you can't seem part of your lifetime to fit me in there. So we have these big events where you come in, we're 2 days hard instruction, and they are fantastic. It does make you a better sewer, quilter, and embroiderer. Very cool. Anyway, that's my cute granddaughter. She's my best salesman. Anyway, this is our Facebook page. We're on Twitter and we're on Instagram. And I hear a lot of that, oh, I don't like doing that social media stuff on my phone. But you know what? If there's 5 inches of snow flying in and you have a private lesson scheduled and we can't get out of El Reno to open that front door, you're going to know, don't drive in. So, and you know, we don't risk our employees' lives, and we don't want you risking your life. Don't worry, we can teach you how to use that automatic needle threader another day. So, but to me, one thing I worked for a big box store, and they didn't care what the weather was doing. They didn't care if you made it to work or not safely. All they cared about is you were supposed to be there. And so when I was the boss, I had a little different attitude. So we really do try to stay in touch with you. If one of our teachers gets sick, we do make a real effort to contact you and let you know, hey, we need to reschedule this. But we're on Facebook. We also have, because Facebook likes to charge every time you sneeze and tell everybody about it in the business field, you have to pay to blast that. So what we've started is a group. We have Oklahoma Brother Education Sewing Group, and we have the Janome Owners. Well, I put Oklahoma. In those groups, you can join those groups, and you can find out a little bit sooner when something's coming up or changes. Like if you have a high-end embroidery combo sewing machine and Brother has a new update for you, we can let you know, hey, there's an update if you own this machine, and you can come into the store and the guys will help you get you updated. Now, you'll notice up here we have quilting, we have clothes, we have crafts. So what kind of sewing appeals to you? Where do you see yourself sewing? You know, that's when you go to get a machine, or you have your machine and you don't know whether to upgrade or change. That's what you need to ask yourself. What kind of sewing appeals to you? Do you want to grow with your machine? Do you just want to hem your pants? That's it? You're never going to do anything else? So whatever kind of sewing that you want to do is what's really important. So purses are big. We have lots of purse classes. We have quilting classes. The little bear, actually what that is you take your grandchild or your children's clothing and you make a memory bear for them to play with. That's a really cool trend right now. And there's quilting. There's right now the modern quilters are very important. These ladies are artists. There's a little girl that makes beautiful little wall hangings in Oriental design. She makes about $2,000 for a wall hanging. So you can make a living doing this too. Of course, you can be just like me and be a fabric collector. Thinking someday. Now, this is our top of the line. This is the Dream Machine, and we're going to watch a little video on what it does, and I'm going to explain some of these things to you. I'm sorry that we can't hear the video, but I can point out the features. And the reason I'm showing you the top of the line is I want to show you everything that Brother has out there. And the cool thing about Brother is that if you want to embroidery and you want to interface with a computer, you can do that for as little as $399. Now this machine we look at is list for $15,000. Of course, we have a great sales price in the booth. And this machine's actually in the booth. You can sit down and touch the buttons and embroider your name out. We don't care. We want you to come play with it. Let's see if we'll...
Dreams. Your dreams and our dreams. Captured in our most powerful, technologically advanced machine. Introducing the Dream Machine. Designed by geniuses, inspired by dreamers. With over 100 new or improved features. Only Brother could create a camera-like technology that lets you see a real-time, magnified view of the needle area for precise needle placement. View it on the industry's largest, built-in 10.1-inch HD LCD display. Get closer than ever, faster than ever, with up to 2 times the scanning speed than previous models. The Innovi 2 camera technology allows you to become your own designer with the new My Design Center. Convert your handwriting, line art, and scanned images to embroidery stitch data without the use of a PC or the use of software. Or import virtually any JPEG image and convert it to stitch data with our Auto Punch feature. Or draw directly on the screen and see your designs come to life on the large drawing area. Use the Innovi 2 technology scanning feature to draw or scan original designs for free motion quilting effects. Or use the built-in auto stippling feature without the use of a stitch regulator, software, or a PC. Yes, you can create auto stippling or free motion-like quilting at the touch of a button. Create those dreams on our largest workspace ever. A dream for any quilter with the ability to accommodate a rolled king-sized quilt, while letting the improved laser guideline marker, enhanced sensor pen function, and LED pointer make your dreams a reality. Dream bigger as you embroider in our largest 9.5 by 14-inch embroidery area, more than 38% larger than previous models. Create more as you finish projects faster with embroidery and sewing speeds up to 1,050 stitches per minute. Achieve even more precise, high-quality embroidery stitching with our most advanced AccuTrack embroidery system, created and used in our multi-needle PR series. Effortlessly sew precise, uniform stitches on a range of fabrics, from silk to denim, using our Move It digital dual feed system, which feeds fabric from the top and bottom smoothly. Combined with the new included couching foot system to add cording-like techniques to your projects. Do you dream in color? Make the Dream Machine your personal designer. Choose a thread color palette, and the new pin function ensures your favorite colors are included in your results. And under the hood, our most sophisticated technology, like the innovative InnovaChrome system, which indicates thread color change cues, thread breakages, and alerts. The Dream Machine allows you to create projects you've only dreamed of, in the machine you've always wanted, all with the familiar ease you've come to know and love from Brother. The Dream Machine, where dreams come together and come true. Order today and receive your very own Dream Gift Bundle. Do you dream of unleashing the true potential of Advanced Brothers sewing and quilting machines? The same machines that practically reinvented sewing and embroidery and revitalized the entire industry. Introducing the Dream Fabric Frame with included Sure Stitch stitch regulator, made exclusively for Brother by the Grace Company. The ultimate accessory that will revolutionize the way you create using a wide selection of Brother-built machines. The Dream Fabric Frame offers more freedom and more workspace, all within a 3-foot by 5-foot space. A mere 3 feet by 5 feet, perfect for virtually any size room. This first-of-a-kind Dream Fabric Frame opens up an exciting new world of embellishment when used with a Brother sewing or quilting machine. Just lock in your fabric with one twist and live the dream. Needle felting, thread painting, free motion couching, applique, quilting, and more. With the Sure Stitch regulator, effortlessly control the speed of your stitching. The precise fingertip control you'll have over your projects will amaze you. Plus, it's so easy to use. Your Brother machine virtually floats on this gliding carriage, so you can move it effortlessly across your fabric using just 2 fingers. And the vast workspace lets you see more of your project, so you can visualize it coming to life. Of course, like all Brother products, it's so easy to use, with thoughtful features like adjustable height, so you can create sitting or standing. You'll be so comfortable, you'll never want to stop. A unique handle assembly that swings away for easy bobbin changes. And custom hooks to keep your larger projects from dragging on the floor. All of this within a compact 3-foot by 5-foot space. Are you ready to expand your freedom to create and embellish? Expand the already large workspace for your Brother sewing or quilting machine to design your dream project? Enhance the use of many Brother accessories like a couching foot and open-toe free motion foot to create works of art? Then get ready for the Dream Fabric Frame, the ultimate sewing and quilting accessory built by Grace Company, exclusively for Brother-built machines.
Alrighty, now this is our new little member to the family. So if you want to do hats, the inside have already made purses and bags. This is the Persona 100. It comes with an 8x8 hoop. It'll do cap. It comes with a cap frame. It only weighs 45 pounds. So if you're working a Fair of the Heart, if you're doing this in your house, or your husband goes, "Can you do me a hat?" and you're going, "No, I can't do that on my machine." Now you can smile and go, "Yes, sir, I'll make you a hat if you buy me that new pretty machine." Don't laugh, I hear that all the time. But this is the new Persona. This is awesome. Now it isn't a multi-needle. The multi-needles have 6. Janome has a 4, and then we have the 10. So we have a multi-needle in the booth for you to try. But this is one of my favorite little machines. All the t-shirts, if you go into the booth, you'll see all my t-shirts have been done on this machine.
Ever wish for an affordable, easy-to-use, single-needle embroidery machine that was so versatile it could do many things a multi-needle could do, plus so much more? Like embroider totes and bags without opening seams, or easily personalized shirts, shorts, or children's clothing? Or get into tight spots without tangling your fabric, or embroider Disney designs on caps? Then meet Persona, a singular sensation, and get ready to do more with one. It's the most versatile single-needle embroidery machine with free arm embroidery. The physical design allows you to do more with the same ease and confidence of using a conventional single-needle machine. Persona lets you think big to embroider 8x8-inch areas, ideal for quilt blocks, jacket backs, pillows, even tote bags. Yet, it's not big, only a mere 18-inch wide footprint, making it ideal for any size sewing room. Think small by personalizing children's t-shirts and baby clothing, or use the new set of included mini frames to embroider sleeves, socks, and sweatbands. Express your Disney side. By using iBroidery.com, you can embroider Disney characters, even on caps with the included cap frame. Persona gives you the flexibility and ease to embroider hard-to-reach areas with its unique tubular free arm design that lets you embroider on bags, golf shirts, caps, and more, while also freeing you from annoying fabric tangles. View your designs on the large, crisp 7-inch LCD touchscreen display. Watch on-screen tutorials and control the machine with the large, intuitive icons. Access a range of editing features like color sorting, which helps cut down on thread changes by sorting stitch order by color when embroidering 2 or more combined designs. Multiple line text input and alignment so you can tell a whole story with thread. One-touch monochrome to convert a multicolored design to just one color. You can even change the background colors on previews for greater visibility. All it takes is the press of a button to start embroidering fast with our advanced needle threading system. See the needle drop position using the Drop Light LED embroidery positioning marker, allowing you to position your embroidery design. And save time with anytime access to the vertical bobbin. Simply open the front of the free arm, change the bobbin, and you're ready to continue without removing the hoop. We even placed a bobbin winder on the side of the Persona, so you can easily wind a new bobbin while Persona is embroidering. It doesn't get any easier than that. Save even more time with the easy threading system that lets you tie the next color thread to the current one and pull it all the way through the needle. You can embroider at speeds of up to 1,000 stitches per minute to create more pieces in less time. Explore the extensive, awe-inspiring collections of built-in designs, including 8 embroidery-like quilt patterns, 20 embroidery fonts, 6 monogramming styles, and so much more. Persona gives you access to vintage, trendy, and floral alphabet designs, so you can add a personal touch with a professional finish. Persona, a single singular sensation allows you the creative freedom to express every side of your embroidery personality easily, affordably, and uniquely. Persona, the most versatile single needle embroidery machine with free arm embroidery. Do more with one. Available at your authorized brother dealer. Come in for
Well,
a
you can
test
come
drive
visit
today.
the Persona live in the booth. This is our Janome. This is the machine I have at home. This is the Janome 15,000. This machine actually works with an iPad. It has a self-threader. There's a $50 app you can buy that will import any format of embroidery designs and export any format. So if you own any other machine that is Janome, you can buy their little $50 app from the iStore and put it on your iPad and download designs and edit them. But this is a really new machine, but they come with 2 free apps that you can download for this machine. All the designs built in on the machine are on the app, and it actually gives you your stitch count, so while you're off in the other room doing something else, you can keep an eye on your iPad of what your machine's doing. But I absolutely love this machine. And
Somebody once told me that quilting is just cutting fabric into pieces and sewing it back together again. I would have agreed with that before I got into quilting, or rather before quilting got into me. Now I'd say there's nothing like it. There's no creative expression I have that compares to quilting. An architect gets to design the building, but he doesn't get to build it. With quilting, I get to do both. Having a machine like the Memorycraft 15,000 has allowed me to quilt at a level I simply couldn't get to before. It's hard to explain, but, well, there's nothing I want to do that it can't do. Look at the size of the sewing bed. Hear how quietly it runs? I wish you could put your hands on this quilt and feel the power as it feeds 4 layers. It's effortless. And for me, it makes my quilting effortless. If I had an hour, I couldn't show you everything this machine does for me. So I'm just going to give you my short list. And you need to go in and find out everything it can do for your quilting. Look at this touchscreen. It's the largest, clearest, brightest on any home machine. It makes everything else so easy. The sewing bed is the largest on a Janome, but the machine isn't huge. The stitch quality is outstanding. I have hundreds of decorative stitches to choose from. Anything I've ever wanted, 9 millimeters wide. In fact, I can create my own stitches if I want to with the included software. This machine is ideal for quilters who embroider. There are even designs made especially for the square hoops. And I don't need a long arm because the AccuFill system lets me do perfect stippling across the biggest quilt I can make. The feeding system is amazing. It's called AccuFeed Flex. Remember that name. It comes with 4 feet that take care of anything I need to do. The new needle threader. Love it. The highlight is an eye saver, and the AccuView now comes with 3 magnifiers. The quick change needle plate. Nobody else has it this easy. Variable zigzag. You have to see this to believe it. With the Memorycraft 15,000, there's so much more I could say. But I will say this. For quilting, this is the machine that takes me anywhere I want to go.
she's up in this high mountain home. How she carried that 50-pound sewing machine up that snow cliff is unbelievable. But what she says in there is she wants to create her quilt. And both the Dream Machine and this one absolutely free motion beautifully. You don't need a stitch regulator on these. They're wonderful. So even if you're new to stippling, you can actually do it on these machines. And this is made by Janome. Now, this is our scan and cut. I'm not even going to ask Matt to try to do the video because we're going to play. But this is the scan and cut. Well, what's a scan and cut? It's a die cutting machine. It'll cut vinyl. It'll cut fabric.
Loved Scan and Cut before? Then you're really gonna love it now. Because the world's first home and hobby cutting machine with a built-in scanner has truly become several cuts above the rest. With RGB color recognition for super accurate cuts, just look at what you can create. And a new 4.85-inch display that's 30% larger, so clear and easy to use. Scan & Cut 2 is connectable every way possible, wirelessly, direct to PC, and as always with USB memory stick. Finally, it comes with hundreds of new built-in designs and fonts. Scan & Cut 2, the perfect creative tool for crafters, quilters, sewers, and mixed media artists. See it, scan it, cut it, create it.
It will cut fabric for your applique designs, and a lot of the design companies are sending line art. And you can and there's even a way we can teach you, if you have an embroidery applique design, we can show you how to make your own cut lines. It will cut out your quilt pieces for you if you're quilting. It has 1,200 designs built in. It's Bluetooth, wireless, and you have onboard editing. It comes with 1,200 designs. It is in the booth. We have paper, so you can actually go play with this machine, and we have them in the booth for sale. They're on sale for $549. That's a year's free service and unlimited lessons, and we have Scan & Cut classes. So if you have a Scan & Cut class, you can come and pay $15 monthly and come and take a class if you bought it somewhere else. If you have an older Scan & Cut, we have a lovely trade-in program. Come talk to us. Because what the Scan & Cut does is it recognizes colors. So if you want to fussy cut fabrics, it will identify the outline and it will cut them out for you. Anyway, what I'm going to talk about now is, remember I talked about the Sip and Sew event and some of these events? We actually have 5 spring events. And if you go to all 5 spring events, you get a $299 gift rebate card to our store. You can even apply that rebate card if you buy one of the sewing machines at the event. What's so cool about these events is the machines are there. Whether you own one, you don't own one, the machines are provided. So you don't, all you have to show up with is your lovely sparkling personality. And at one of these ladies, we actually have a chocolate fountain at one of these events. We provide your lunch, and so we're really excited. So if you attend all spring 2016 events, you can get a $299 rebate card from us to spend in our store. And you could buy things like this lovely bag. Put it towards the second sewing machine to take to class with you because you don't want to take the big heavy one. We have that all the time. Once upon a time in Sewing Land lived a beautiful shop girl named Stitcherella. She had an evil boss who made her sew dresses day and night on the old worn-out sewing machine. Stitcherella, why aren't you sewing?
Because I want to buy a new machine at the stitching post.
No, keep sewing. All at once, a strange and unique woman appeared to Stitcherella and claimed she was her fairy godmother and was there to grant her wish.
Fairy godmother. I want to go to the stitching post, to the big event.
With a wave of her magic wand, Stitcherella was transformed and whisked away to the big event at the stitching post, where she was treated like a princess and all her sewing dreams came true. Go to SewBargain.com and sign up for all the upcoming events for prizes, free gifts, great deals, and let us make all your sewing dreams come true. Anyway, that's our lovely spokesmodel, Kinsley, or AKA Stitcherella. So our first event is going to be, anyways, the Sip and Sew Tea Party. This is our second event, and that first event will be in February. This one is March 18th and 19th. This is our Anita Good Design Party, and these are fantastic. This is any type of in the hoop project that you can do. I actually have a keychain that we made in the hoop. I did not sew any part of it. It was all done in the embroidery unit. And these are fun projects. You can actually quilt in your hoop. You don't have to stipple anything at all. You just put your pieces together. Very fantastic. And Anita Good Design has been around for a long time, and we'll have a big party, 2-day party in March. It's a quilter. We got any quilters out there? This is Paula Reed, and she has a company called Bats in the Attic. And she always has, she's from Southern California. If you can't tell from her hairdo, she's going to get me. But she's going to be coming, and all you have to do is pay for the kit. We're going to be using a cheater panel, and you won't have to worry about piecing your own top. But this is a 2-day seminar where you will learn to free motion quilt in 2 days, and you will be a beautiful, transformed expert. She's going to be here April 9th and 8th and 9th this year. This is the A to Z. This is our Inspired by Dime. This is a software class. If you own an embroidery machine and you don't own any computer software, these are classes to help you decide what kind of software you need. These people make their own software that you can make your own quilt blocks in the hoop. You can design your own quilting. They even have a wonderful long arm frame that shrinks down to 5 feet called the Shorty. You can even digitize even all you do is multi-hoop this whole quilt, and then all you have to worry about is binding it. But this is this will be this lady that's coming is a former Bernina educator. She's really very talented, and these are fun classes. But these are lecture demo. We have snacks, we have food, we give prizes, so this is going to be pretty cool. Now the Sip and Sew, you bring your own best teacup from Grandma's cabinet, and you grab her best teapot, and we're going to be giving away a scan and cut at that event for the best teacup and the best teapot and the teacup. So those are just some fun things that we'll be doing during that event. Now this is May 13th and 14th is a trunk show and a actual. You'll make this owl wall hanging. This lady is a local Oklahoma author, and if you've been to some quilt shows, you've met Darby Ashton. So we're very excited to promote an Oklahoma artist, and now she's becoming a national artist.
I normally just stuff the stuff in my purse.
So please come visit us at the Stitching Post. We're going to make all your sewing dreams come true. We've got any kind of sewing you want to do. If you want to do machine felting, if you want to do machine quilting, if you want to do machine embroidery, any type of embellishment, we've got the events, we've got the training, and we look forward to seeing you. But does anybody have any quick questions about the Stitching Post? About why I put my husband in a dress? No question? No, I'm kidding. You know, the funny thing is my favorite thing is when somebody brings a repair over and they look across the room and I'll hear, "Is that one of the guys?" And I go, "Yeah, he's gonna fix your machine." But anyway, so I've been hearing lately how much cuter the little girl is, so we had to make one more with the little girl. And so my husband named her Stitcherella, and she was really mad because she wanted to be Cinderella, and she was really mad at me, but all she cared about was the makeup and the dress. She was good. But thank you so much for your time, and we hope to see you out here next year. Come by and visit us in the booth. You can play with the scan and cut and make your own make and take project in the booth. If you want to come see any of the machines, just come on by and we'll be glad to show any of these features that you saw up here today. Thank you.